So in the wake of Roe versus Wade being overturned, we are seeing a number of bills pop up in red states, which go further and further and further. So anybody who thought, hey, look, as soon as they overturn Roe versus Wade, it's a wrap, they're going to stop there. Nonsense. They're going to go as far as they possibly can. A lot of Republicans want a national abortion ban, and a lot of Republicans at the state level are saying loud and clear, we don't believe in exceptions to the idea of no abortion. We don't believe in exceptions. So this is in the Hill. Idaho GOP rejects platform change, allowing abortion to save person's life. Do you have any idea how unpopular this is, how extreme this is? And they don't care. They don't care. Look, depending on what poll you look at, there's some polls that's like, what, 6% popular to have zero exceptions to abortion? That's infinitesimally tiny. 6%? And I think the high I saw was like 13 or 17%. This stuff is as fringe as it gets, dog. All right, let's see what they say. Idaho's Republican Party on Saturday adopted language to their platform that supports the criminalization of abortion in all cases, rejecting an amendment that would have supported allowing a person to get an abortion to save their life. So look, in that situation, you're faced with just a question. Do you support the already living, breathing adult with rights, or do you support the, in some instances, like pre-viability fetus, maybe even before the nervous system is created? And they're very clearly saying the actual human being should have to die. Man, it's astonishing. It's astonishing. Delegates at the state GOP's convention in Twin Falls approved changes to the party's platform that went further than existing language classifying abortion as murder from the point of conception. Jesus. The new language backs criminalization of all abortions in Idaho, according to the Idaho Capital Sun. Scott Herndon, who is running unopposed for a state Senate seat, proposed the amendment, which he called a declaration of the right to life for preborn children. Herndon said, even in the cases where a person's life is endangered, doctors should not be giving priority to the person over the unborn child. Wow. We will never win this human rights issue, the greatest of our time, if we make allowances for the intentional killing of another human being. Or you are the one who is intentionally killing a human being. You are the one. If you say not even to save your life can you have an abortion, you're sentencing a human being to death. And you've seen these bills. There's all these bills popping up all over the place. They're now trying to make it, in some states, they're trying to make it illegal for a resident of the state to go to a different state, a blue state, for an abortion. They're trying to criminalize that. They're trying to go after the doctors who perform abortions and charge them with murder in some states. So they're saying zero exceptions. Zero exceptions, not to save the life of the mother, not rape, not incest, not if it's a rape and it's a 10-year-old. That story that we talked about recently. By the way, you know that Republicans questioned the truth of that story, and they were basically claiming, and there were a number of articles about it where they were implying, if not outright saying, this is made up, this isn't even real. There is no 10-year-old who was raped, who now they're forcing to give birth. And then turns out the person who was the rapist was caught and confessed. And the story was true. So you know that you're in the wrong when, if the facts of the case are accepted as is, you look monstrous. And so you just deny the facts of the case. And you're like, no, this isn't even real. Because the only way I could feel good about my shitty position and jive with reality at the same time. They said, no, this isn't real. Unbelievable, man. They just lied about it. They lied about it because they know it makes them look terrible. But own it. Own your position. Own it. Own it. If a 10-year-old is raped, she should be forced to have the baby. And by the way, it is inherently dangerous for a 10-year-old to give birth because their bodies are tiny. So the life of the mother in that instance would be in danger. Wow. An amendment was adopted that supports excluding miscarriages from criminal penalties. Oh, they're so kind. If you have a miscarriage, they won't charge you with murder. These are moderates here. These are centrists. Idaho is set to become one of the strictest states in the country on abortion after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. and the nearly 50-year constitutional right to abortion. The state passed a trigger law in 2020, which was designed to go into effect 30 days after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. The law criminalizes all abortions except in the case of rape or incest or to save a person's life. Now they're changing that. In April, Idaho Governor Brad Little, Republican, signed another law that bans abortion after 6 weeks and which allows private citizens to file legal claims against abortion providers. Wow. Idaho Supreme Court will hear a challenge to both laws in August. Okay, well, look, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They really are. They're telling on themselves now, and it's clear. So this is the kind of stuff that they're doing. This is what they're focusing on. And at the same time, Republicans in Congress, what was it, 197 of them voted against a right to contraception. 157 of them voted against gay marriage. They're letting it all hang out now. So look, just take note of what this is and what this means. Take note of who these people are, because it's never, ever, ever been more clear. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.